Okay, so we will be going over a few of these examples. Once again, I did the translating expressions, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and then the symbols. So if you haven't watched those videos yet, you need to see those first to be able to do pretty well on these. These are kind of a combination of all of those. Okay. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Hopefully what we get by the end is we're going to have expressions. We're also going to have equal signs in these, so we're going to have equations, and we're going to write these out and be able to translate these phrases I have on the board into to expressions and equations. Okay, so let's get started. So once again, hopefully you've been practicing with your cards to be able to pull out some of these phrases and put them into a number form. So the sum of 42 and a number n is equal to 51. So if you've watched some of my other videos about this, you'll know that this right here is just your variable. So the variable that you're going to use is n. And the sum of 42, okay, and is equal to 51. Okay, so got my pieces all here. Kind of get rid of some of these here, the, of, and, but I would suggest leaving most of those just visually. Don't mark everything out because you might need to go back. So the sum of 42 and a number n. So sum, if you go back to my other videos or if you have your list in front of you, the sum is addition. Okay, so the sum of 42 and the number n. Well, to make this work, it would be something like this. Okay, so there's your 42 and a number n, the number that we don't know, your variable. So we've gotten that first part of your problem, and now it says, is equal to. Okay, well, is equal to is an equal sign. Okay, and then our last bit for this one is 51. Okay, so we took this phrase and we translated it into an equation. And now, sometimes it might ask you to do is solve for that variable now, which would be pretty simple. It would actually subtract one side and move it over to the other. But we'll get to that here in a little bit. But that would be probably what a question on a big test, a standardized test, would look like. Okay, you would be solving for that variable. Okay, let's go on to example B. So the difference of a number z and 11 is equal to 35. Now, depending on how you do this, you can find different pieces or pull different stuff out. But I can see is equal to, that'd be my equal sign. And the difference, okay, so the difference would be, and hopefully you can answer that one, subtraction. So the difference of a number z, so remember this phrase right here is kind of important. That just means that you have a variable of z and your number 11. And then your number 35. Okay, so the difference of a number z and 11. All right, you can do it like this. Put your z here, and the difference of this and that, like that. Okay, so z minus 11 is equal to 35. Okay, so the difference of a number z and 11. How far apart is it? What's in between there? How many in between it? And there you go. Okay. Well, not much to that one. Let's move on to the last one here. The product of, the product of 4 and a number w is at most 51. Okay, the at most, you probably haven't heard that phrase yet, is a little bit different. I'll explain to you what it is. So let's point out some other things first. Here's your variable, right? A number W. And there's your 51 and 4. All right. The product. The product is multiplication. So multiplication. Okay. So I'm going to write this over on this side because a little far down on that example page. So the product of 4 and a number, W. Multiply 4 and W. Could look like that. Could do like that. Same thing. Stick with this one probably. It keeps you on the right track there. So the product of 4 and W is at most. So at most. Now 51. I'm going to just put this up here. We'll go like that. So what that's saying is you can get up to this point, but you can't go past it. So it could be all of these answers up to, or at most, 51. So that means that it could be part of 51, but it can't go past it. So answers that include a wide variety of answers would be less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, those types of things. Now we have to decide which one it would be. Is it at most? So we're going to start from the lower part and go up. So this is going to be lower and this is going to be greater. Okay, so that means that this answer is going to go up to, or at most, 51. There you go, we're all done. Okay, hopefully that went well for you. Hopefully you were able to get those done before I was, and you got them correct. If not, please try them again. Try them again and again, okay? Practice is key. Being able to get better at math is practice. All right. Hopefully things are going great for you. Hopefully these videos are going great for you, and you're learning something. All right. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next video.